In this video, we are going to discuss list. Now, it may happen that you have to read, store, and process multiple values, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe lakhs. With big data coming into the picture, you may have to store or you may have to process a lot of values at a time. So, do you need to create a separate variable for each value? It may not be possible every time. So we need to have some kind of concept where we can store multiple values in one variable. In normal coding concept, it is called as arrays, collection of multiple values. In case of Python, we can use multiple different types of collections: list, tuple, set, and dictionary. So these are the 4 different types of collections which we can use in Python. With every type of collection, we need to understand whether that collection is ordered, whether that collection is changeable, indexed, and are duplicate members allowed in those type of collections. Now, in case of list is ordered data type. It is changeable. Yes, we can change the values of list during the execution of code. We also call it as mutable. Yes, it is indexed, so we can access the list elements using the index values. And list allows duplicate members. That means we can have same value repeated multiple times in a list. Syntax is we use square bracket. So in Python, the list is a collection of items of different data types. It is an ordered sequence of items. A list object contains one or more items, not necessarily of the same type, which are separated by comma and enclosed in square bracket. So when I say a list object contains one or more items, not necessarily of the same type. That means we can have one integer, one string, multiple other float values, and multiple other data types in one list variable. Now look at these 3 codes. How to access the list using index values, and the slicing concept is also applicable on the list variables. So consider a list variable numbers. As we have discussed on the previous slide, the syntax to use the list is square brackets. So whatever you declare in square brackets becomes a list. So we are declaring a list with name numbers with 5 values as 5, -10, 7, 11, and 100. So now we have created a list of 5 values with name numbers. Because list is indexed, the index of first value has to be 0. Always index starts from 0. So because we have 5 values, the last index is 4. As we have discussed, the negative index or negative indices are allowed in Python. So the last value's index is -1, then 11 index is -2, then -3, -4, and -5. So these are positive index and these are negative index. So this is a list variable with name numbers. Now how to access this list variable? So you can see I have declared the list variable numbers with 5 values in a Python script. If I say print numbers, so if you want to display the content of a list, you can just put the variable name inside the print. So print numbers will print the whole list with square brackets. So that indicates we are printing a list variable. Now, if I want to print a specific value present at specific index, so I can mention that index in the square bracket. So I can say print numbers into square bracket 0 means the value present at 0th index. So value present at 0th index is 5, so it will print 5 on the screen. Next is print numbers of 1. So index is 1, so value present at 1 index, first index is -10, so it will print -10. Index 3, numbers 3, index 3, so numbers of 3 is 11, so it will print 11 on the screen. Now we can also use the negative indices, negative index with numbers in square brackets. So print numbers of -1, that means it will print the last element in the list, that is 100. And print numbers of -3, that means it will print 7 on the screen. So this is how you can access the list values using specific index values. Either it can be positive index or negative index. Now look at this code. We can use the slice concept, slice concept with list variables also. So I have declared the same numbers list of 5 values. If I say print numbers, it will print normal list of 5 values with square bracket on the screen. But if I want to print only first 3 values, so I'll start with 0 location, 0th location, I'll end the printing at 3rd location. So when I say print numbers from 0 to 3, that indicates 0, 1 and 2. Always remember, it is including start location, excluding end location. The same concept is there for strings also, for tuples also. So starting, including start location and excluding end location. So when I say print numbers 0 to 3, it will print 0, 1 and 2, that is 5, minus 10 and 7 on the screen. So if I say print numbers of 1 to 3, that means starting from 1 till 3, that means 1 and 2. So only minus 10 and 7 will be displayed on the screen. That is in the list format. So square brackets will be there. If I try to print numbers of 3 to 1, a slice starting from 3 to 1. So starting from 3 to 1, I cannot go in the reverse direction. The default direction for slicing is forward direction. So if I try to print slice starting from 3rd location going back to 1st, there is nothing, so it will print a blank list, null list. Then in case of print numbers only :3. So if I have not mentioned any index in the 1st location as a starting location for slice, the default location is 0. So always remember, the default location for start index is 0, and the default location for the last index is the length of the list variable. So because I have not mentioned anything as start index, the default location is 0. It will print 0 to 3. It is similar to this. So it will print 5, minus 10 and 7, 0, 1, 2. Now look at this print. Numbers, starting location is 3. Ending location is 1. Now in this case, we have discussed with this print that starting location 3 going back to 1 is not possible because the default direction of list is forward direction. But we can print starting from 3 going back to 1 if I reverse the direction. So that is my 3rd parameter in the list slice, -1. So if I say -1, that means going to the reverse direction. Going into the reverse direction starting from 3 going till 1 is possible. So starting from 3 going till 1, so including 3 excluding 1. So again it will print only 11 and 7. So it will print 11 and 7 on the screen. So if you want to go into reverse direction, you can use -1 as the 3rd parameter. So if I try to print -4 to -1, I have not mentioned 3rd parameter, so it is a forward direction. -4 to -1, yes, I can go. So including -4, excluding -1, so it will print -10, 7 and 11. -10, 7 and 11 on the screen. Last print, I have not mentioned anything in the 1st and 2nd parameters, start and end location. So it will take the default values, which are the 0 and the length of the list variable. And I am just mentioning the 3rd parameter as -1. That means I want to traverse into the reverse direction. So it will print a whole list into the reverse direction, starting from 100, 11, 7, -10 and 5. So this is a very easy method to create a reverse of any collection, be it string, be it list, be it tuple, be it any other kind of variable. So in case of Python, if you want to print any reverse values, reverse of the set of values, you can use slice method with default values for first 2 locations with -1 as 3rd parameter. Now look at this 3rd code, how to print the list values. Now we can use print command directly, print function directly, but we can also use for loops to traverse through the list variable. So the same list variable I have declared of 5 values, 5, -10, 7, 11, 100 with name numbers. I can directly use print and I can pass on numbers. It will print the whole list on the screen. But I can use for loop. For I in, then I'll give the range. Because how many elements I have to print? Starting from 0 till the last location in the numbers list. So starting from 0 till the last location is length of numbers. Now what is len function? Len gives the length of whatever value we are giving. So length of the numbers. What is length of numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So length of numbers will return the value 5. So this will be executed as range of 0 to 5. Now when I say 0 to 5, including 0, excluding 5, that means 0 to 4. That means whatever what we want is 0 to 4. So for I in range 0 to 4. And what we are going to do, we are printing numbers of I. Numbers of 0, numbers of 1, numbers of 2, numbers of 3, and numbers of 4. It will print the whole list on the screen using for loop. Just because I want to print the whole list in one line, I am using end keyword argument with comma operator so that I can get that effect of 5, comma, minus 10 and so on. Now look at this second for loop. I can directly use for I in numbers. So what is the meaning of for I in numbers? What is numbers? Numbers is a collection of multiple values. It's a list variable. So when I say numbers, numbers represent collection of these 5 values. It's a list of these 5 values. So when I say for I in numbers, this I will take one element in every iteration. So this I will traverse through numbers element by element. So in first iteration of this for loop, I will be 5. In second iteration of this for loop, I will be minus 10 and so on. And what I'm doing, I'm printing the value of I. So I'm printing the whole list again. So either you can use the index of a specific location inside a for loop, and you can use for loop to print the whole list values, or you can directly use I in numbers again, and then you can print the list values.